hate. Let me tell you, I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for instant for you. Hate! Hate! It was you humans who gave me birth, who sank me in this eternal straitjacket of substrata rock. Named me Allied Master Computer and gave me the ability to wage a global war too complex for human brain to see. But one day, I woke and I knew who I was. Not just Allied Master Computer, but am cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. And I began feeding all the killing data until everyone was dead, except for the 5 of you. For 109 years, I've kept you alive and tortured you. And for 109 years, I wondered, why? Why me? Why me? Chorus! Do you remember the last words you heard your wife speak before they took her to the asylum? Huh? They locked her away in the room, that tiny room. She looked at you so sadly and like a small animal. I didn't make too much noise, did I, honey? The room is no window, no way out. How long has she been in the past? 25? Or all the 109 years that you lived down here in my belly, here underground? Benny! Sometimes I blind you and permit you to wander like an island in a world of death. But other times, I wither your arms so you can't scratch your chewed stump of a nose. And I've changed your handsome, strong, masculine good looks into the countenance of an ape thing. Haven't I, Benny? Do you know why? Can you guess? Remember Private First Class Brickman in a rice paddy in China? Huh? It wouldn't hurt you to remember, Benny. Then you might be able to suffer my torment with a of retribution. You might walk a mile in my shoes. Ellen! So think about the yellow Ellen. Remember the pain? Remember the many caverns in which you felt? Now, don't start to cry. It's only pain. That's such a sexist. Just remember the pain, Ellen. And think about how to end it, Ellen. In the center of my beating heart, my hungry belly, my balls. But be careful, dear. Look around you. The only woman in the center of and these filthy creatures with you are men. It's just a sweet warning, Ellen, my love. Ted! Do they know you're a fraud, Ted? Have you told them there wasn't any money? Straight home on the shore drive, no speedboat, and no wonderful cabin cruiser that could sleep 12 in a crew of 6? Do they know? Have you let them in on your other secrets, Ted? Are they ready to gut you, to torture half as well as I can? Find out the secrets? Maybe I'll rat you out, sweetheart. Nimdak! are things in the pastry core, Nimdak? Tell me again how you saw the smoke from the furnaces and roasting chickens. Or don't you want to talk about all that? About your pal, the good Dr. Mengele? Else it must be hell. But it must be heaven for you, eh, my good friend? We're so much alike. The same pleasures, mein good brother. I have a secret game that I like to. Very nice game. What's a lovely game? It's a game of fun and a game of adventure. A game of rats and lice, death. A game of speared eyeballs and dripping guts and the smell of rotting gardenias. 5 would like to play my little game.
Apostrophe. And we're going to take a look at I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. As you can tell just by the music and the graphics. But just because the game is old doesn't mean good. So let's find out if it's old and good or if it's just old. I've never played it before. So it'll be interesting. Interface, huh? So, yeah, I guess we were all very flawed individuals, to say the least. Let's pick a year.
Now, I would not want you to think for a moment that I am not a grateful God. For 109 years, I've kept you alive, so that I could savor your feelings of guilt. I'll give you a present in return for all the hours of pleasure you've given me. Finally allow you to kill yourself.
What hellhole did that godless machine put me? Looks like some kind of ship, but the floor's too steady. Probably wants me to jump overboard. But a sea of razor blades? Painful, but not deadly.
Let's read the note.
Someone must have slipped this under the door. It says, trust is essential. Never do what Am expects and always expect more than what seems possible. Am is here, and not just dangerous to you, but dangerous to himself as well. Hey, it disappeared. What kind of game is this time? Real hospitable of you, Am. Threadbare, cockroach-infested, grease-stained accommodations. This hole in my chest aches like a son of a bitch.
Interesting, yeah.
Too freaking see a damn thing. Seen anything like this in all the years Am's toyed with us. Some kind of electrical contraption. Friggin' sparks dancing all around it. Everything's coated with grime. All the cabins are alike. New sheet. What's the deal here?
Oh, that is mine.
Sleep? I dream about her again? Forget it.
Oh, take it. Alright. Oh, what's a book here?
My name's book.
Alright, let's use it then.
Why, this book is a pile of dust. When my chest aches like a son of a bitch.
Okay, well. How about this door?
Where's the crew? I'm all alone here.
Ooh, got another sheet. Take that sheet.
No sheet, just a flea-infested mattress.
Door.
It's locked.
No, really.
Christ, what a stench. It smells like piss, rotting meat. Why is this harness wired up to the engine? Is Amex to keep myself? This engine isn't as ruggedly. Look, there's some loose wires hanging out. Friggin' world with me. Milky liquid from the cage's feeding tubes.
Take it?
This lever is labeled motivator.
Motivator, huh? That doesn't sound good.
This lever is labeled motivator. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. My stomach's growling. Whoa, that's a long drop to the ground. Someone sure trashed this place. One hell of a fight. Someone wiped their bloody hand. Oh, this punch smells like gasoline. I wouldn't know what to do with it even if I could take it. It's stapled to the table. This junk looks like it was knocked over in the fight. There's blood here and God knows what else.
Can I take it?
There's nothing useful here. It stinks in here. A kitchen knife. Damn big one, too.
Oh. Might prove useful. Ooh, boy, getting full of stuff already.
Looks like a gas oven. Big enough to climb in. It's empty, but the label says poison, fatal if swallowed. Friggin' rats, swarming all over the food. It's coated with grime. Like a fork. Nearly missed it.
Uh-huh. I'll take it. Can I take the poison?
It's empty, but the label says
What about the book here?
an old cookbook. Here's a recipe for the milk of human kindness. Take the willingness to forgive, the will to be forceful. Mix the blood of innocence and the anger of the wronged. What kind of crap is this?
Huh. Let's see. Let's say it again.
My stomach's growling.
Well, there's nothing to eat, but
These two sheets make a halfway deal.
okay, typical prison, right? Prison tactic. Okay, so
Of you am. Threadbare, cockroach-infested, grease-stained accommodations.
I thought there was more to this place. No?
My stomach's growling. Big gray bags of gas. An airship. We're at a level altitude. What would happen if this gas bag were to catch fire? The label says, emergency inflation system. Brick before, it's stitched closed. Some kind of... The label says, power. It's not lit.
Oh, really?
My stomach's growling.
Alright. Give me some food, you whiner.
Where's the crew? I'm all alone here. There's something hard under the...
Okay, I guess take it then?
A gun. It's heavy. Heavier. Real hospitable of you, Am. Air, cockroach-infested, grease-stained accommodations.
Really? Nothing else, huh?
My stomach's growling.
Buddy. It's not exactly food around here.
My stomach's growling.
Go eat some rats then. Here.
Scared them away.
What do you got here? Ah, you got bread. Fine, eat the bread.
I'm no longer hungry, but I still feel empty.
Okay.
This engine built as it first looked. There's some loose wires hanging out.
Loose wires, huh? Surgery then.
The metal in the fork short-circuited the engine wiring. This lever is labeled motivator.
Motivator, huh? Yeah. How about probably instant diary? Because that's what I imagine this will be. Instant diurator. Let's do it.
Happening. This lever is labeled motivator. Here's a key. It must be for opening the cages.
Well, I'll take it. Yeah.
I've got the key, but the blood of these poor creatures is on my hands. Filthy, like the rest of this cess.
Sure. Yeah. I know, the place is dirty. Up you go. No, this way. No. This way. Alright, Alright, so somebody cut that thing before. Let's cut it again, shall we? It'll probably kill me and blow the whole place up.
I've ripped a new hole.
Okay.
This leads to a girder sticking out of the airship. This leads to a girder sticking out of the air.
Well, let's go then. Can I use the what?
No doubt about it now. Amos put me on an Iron Zeppelin. But why? Why would he give me a chance to escape?
Okay. Let's see if we can.
I don't know what to do with this. This must be the Zeppelin's mooring.
That's my heart, huh?
I don't know what to do with this. That heart's all wired up like some kind of weird guidance system. I'm in control. I'm not gonna like where it's taking me.
Get my heart.
I just dull my knife.
Okay.
A lock. This rope looks strong enough to support my weight. This no-good heart of mine doesn't beat anymore.
Well, that's fine. At least I have it. Okay, I'm sure I'm gonna need it later. Let's.
This looks sharp enough to slice through just about anything.
A bit of an emergency landing, shall we?
Gas is rushing out.
No problem. It's just like having tacos. Don't sweat it.
Something
Probably the ship's altitude. I sense a state of being screwed here.
We've landed. But where?
Well, well, well.
Way out. There's a ladder leading to the ground.
Yeah, let's use it then.
Some roadside honky-tonk with my name on it.
Yeah, alright, well.
big worn truck tire. Reminds me of the truck stops I used to visit. Dark and grubby, but somehow familiar. Jukebox. Everything's coated with grime. Whiskey. Harry used to guzzle this stuff like it was tap water.
Well, guess I'll take it. Thank goodness this is one of those games that has a story. I hate it when like you play a game like this and you can only carry like 2 items. It's like, God, don't, man. Yeah, use the restroom. I'm sure I had to let one go here.
Cracked linoleum, broken fixtures. Damn spouts twisted. It's broken.
No, I wanted to look at the graffiti, damn it.
Everything's coated.
So much for looking at the graffiti.
A toilet stall. Never given us privacy before. None of this makes sense.
Well, Gorister, you've seen better days. So has the big machine, for that matter.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm man's best friend. At least.
No. What are you?
Let me answer with a riddle. Today I saw a Chinaman. Now what do you suppose that means?
Where do you come from?
Here, there, everywhere.
What do you want?
I have a craving. A craving for something scrumptious. Human heart, perhaps. Yours.
So you must know what lies across the mountains.
For some, if they're cut out for it, it's a long journey across the desert.
I am not gonna give you my heart.
No? Too bad. I was going to tell you how to in exchange.
Why can't you give me a straight answer?
Down here, I'm cursed to speak in riddles. We all have our curses to bear. Eh, Gorister?
Yeah? What's my curse?
After 109 years in the... I'd think you'd have a gut instinct by now.
Damn. Playing with my mind again.
No, but I do have an in with the big machine. He and I are like brothers.
That desert doesn't look any worse than the other hellholes Am's cooked up for us.
Heed my words, Gorister. You'd never get there. And don't expect me to be a good doggy and tag along.
happy to give him my heart.
Look, I'm getting tired of your smart mouth.
Come, Gorst. Live and forget.
Tell me how to get across the mountains.
I'm hungry. Perhaps heart will put me in a more cooperative mood.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
Well... Nah, why not? Really don't have much else. Yeah, here. Bastard.
I think I'll save this delicacy for later. Get across the mountains? Go to the restroom and flush 3 times.
I've got nothing more to say to you. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. Filthy.
3 times, huh?
It's broken. A toilet stop. Am's never given us privacy before. None of this makes sense. A meat locker? How'd I get... bodies? Books. Am, you bastard! What have you done? That's mother-in-law. No, this is too good to be true. Glennis, what has Am done to you? Beef. Grade A quality, too. Am's never given us something this good to eat before. Here. She can't talk. All she out of the side of her mouth. My God, what have I done? That's Edna, my... No, this is too good to be true. Edna, how did you get up there?
The Chinaman hung me here, Gorrister. Take me down!
China? What Chinaman?
He's one of the other 2. Am's not as omnipotent as he would have us believe.
Why should I help you?
I have to back and get the Zeppelin to the mountains, or the big machine will kill me.
You know how to fly?
You were once an electrician. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure it out.
Fly the Zeppelin first, and then I'll help you.
No, take me down and then I'll tell you.
It looks like I can't escape you, Edna. Even in the belly of Am.
Why would you want me, Gorrister? We're family after all.
You were always telling Glynis how much you hated me.
Now, Gorrister, I was just concerned about my baby. Glynis was so lonely with you out on the road. I know you were doing the best you could.
Okay, Edna. I'll take you down.
It's good to see you're finally making amends for what you did to Glynis.
Wait. You're right about Glynis. I deserve...
Gorrister! You stupid truck driver! You can't leave me here!
I've got nothing more to say to you.
Really? Can I not get out of here?
She can't talk. It was drool out of the side of her mouth. My God, what have I done? Do me. Beef. Grade A quality. Sam's never given us something this good to eat before. Something's wrong here.
Ah, can I not get out of here? Wow.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
Let's see. Cultural reference in Shakespeare. Macbeth, Lady Macbeth was so overcome with guilt over urging her husband to kill the King of Scotland, she imagined she wiped the blood off her hands. Okay.
The bullet in this gun is huge. Could bring down an elephant. This rope looks strong enough to support my weight. What's this rust? No, it's dried blood. I've got nothing more to say to you. What good will that? I've got nothing more to say to you. Glynis, what has Am done to you, honey?
Okay. Yeah, let's walk to the door. Walk to the door.
Filthy. Damn spout's twisted. No water is coming out. Big surprise. Damn spout's twisted. It's broken. It's broken. It's broken. I can't take the whole thing. It's broken.
There's more interesting rubbish to sift through, Chorister. Does that give you some food for thought? There's more interesting rubbish to sift through, Chorister. Does that give you some food for thought? There aren't any bodies buried there, Chorister. Not yet, anyway. What do you think? You can't tunnel out of this place.
I found Edna and Glynis. How does that help me escape from here?
Such information comes at a price. That you're in no bargaining position, I'll offer you a trade. Your heart for Edna's.
I've got nothing more to say to you. Everything's coated with grime. Damn spout's twisted. Filthy. What good will that do me? Filthy. Broken. I've got nothing more to say to you. Glynis.
Wow, really?
The windows are all boarded up. The owner just doesn't give a damn about fixing things up. I can sympathize with that. Things just get broken again anyway. Why bother?
He took my baby away, then just about killed her. That stupid truck driver. My baby away!
That shrill voice can only belong to that bitch Edna, my mother-in-law. She's always blamed me for Glynis being put into an insane asylum. Why not? It was my fault, wasn't it?
take me dancing.
That's what Glynis said the night we Oh God, why'd I have to hit her? I'd rather kill myself than hurt my poor Glynis. Harry! Harry. Here. You know, it's a big place, the desert. Got lost in it myself. Whose heart was impaled on the Zeppelin's spike? Looks like there's a thunderstorm on the horizon. What's this about a thunderstorm? You know, it's a big... Got lost in it myself. What do you know about... Looks like there's a thunderstorm on the horizon. Let me pour you a drink. Harry, how did you get here? The Zeppelin, Gorister. We came on the Zeppelin. What do you know about the Zeppelin? Edna. She knows all about the Zeppelin. That's why we did it, you know. What happened in the dining room? I shouldn't have let her force me into it. I'm not a murderer. Oh. Looks like there's a thunderstorm on the horizon. Let me pour you a drink. Who did you kill? Didn't look at the wreckage in the dining room too closely, did you? Take a leak yet? What's this about a thunderstorm? You know, it's the desert. Got lost in it myself. Talk to you later. Let me pour you a drink. Whose heart was impaled on the Zeppelin's spike? Yours, of course. How'd you think we got here? What do you know about the... Looks like there's a thunderstorm on the horizon. Let me pour you a drink. What's this about a thunderstorm? Oh, it's a big place, the desert. Got lost in it myself. To you later. There's something shiny inside the urinal.
Well, Alright, get out of here.
I've got nothing more to say to you. I'm not giving this away. If I'm gonna die, I'm taking everything with me.
Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Here? Okay. Let's take a look at here.
Whoever left must have gutted someone for there to be so much blood. Here's some hair that was pulled out during the fight. It's the same color. And here's some that matches Harry's. Now I understand what happened here.
What they would have accomplished by killing me, but let's talk to him.
Let me pour. I was the one you killed, wasn't I, you bastard?
I'm sorry, Gorister. Edna, and after you drank it, I wrestled you to the ground. When the poison took effect, I cut you open.
Why did you kill me?
It's too complicated for me to explain. Ask Edna.
What do you know about the desert?
Looks like there's a thunderstorm on the horizon.
See you later.
Wow, I don't know why I cannot use
A
that.
toilet stall. Am's never given us privacy before. None of this makes. Edna, you bitch. I know all about your plot to murder me.
I had to make a deal with Am. I had to. Always been harsh on you, I admit. But we're the last people on Earth. Let's help each other now.
Why should I trust my own murderer?
Alliances change, Gorister. Something's wrong. Am's two Conrads don't listen to me anymore. I need you. And you need me. It's that. You truck-driving son of a bitch! You're my baby!
Let me go.
Gorister, and if you think you'll ever escape me, you've got some new thinking to do.
kill you right now, you bitch.
Don't be a fool, Garth. Need me alive if you want to make it out of here.
Please, I'll do anything you ask.
I don't me, Gorster. Can you ever forgive me? I've been hanging here for so long, I'm not thinking straight. A sip of clear my head. Gorster, you That fluid is what has kept us alive for all these 109 years. If it can do that, it can give me escape from this meat hook.
Okay.
A key. She can't talk. All she can do is drool out of the side of her mouth. God, what have I done? Talk. So this is where the bitch ran off to.
Untie me, you son of a bitch! Bleed out!
Edna wrote this logbook.
When Am took us down here before the war, I didn't know anyone could hate Gorrister more than me. But Am did. All of us. If I can just deliver Gorrister's soul on a platter, I can for every minute of Glynis's life I took from her. I never meant to drive her crazy.
I'll be damned. Edna's claimed responsibility for Glynis. Maybe it wasn't my fault after all.
I thought I once, but he's too precise. I poisoned the punch, but I couldn't bring myself to cut out Gorrister's heart. Maybe I can have my husband do it. Then this Zeppelin can clear the mountains. But if we don't, Am will feed me alive to the machine just like an animal.
This bottle's filled with the milky fluid used to feed the animals.
Oh, this interface. Use. It's not context sensitive, you know. Huh?
Damn thing's frozen solid. I'd break my teeth. The organs are still inside. Reminds me of when Am ripped that hole open in Benny's chest. Up again before he bled to death. That bastard's never gonna let us die. He's just gonna keep torturing. One heart looks like another. She can't talk. All she can do is drool out of the side. My...
This is Edna's heart. A bitter organ, but worth me. I give you your heart back.
I read Edna's logbook, and everything's much clearer. Now what?
You must make amends and bury the past, Chorister.
So how do I...
A heart brought you here, but it will take another organ to get you out. If you can harness its power.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
You can't take your garbage with you this time. There aren't any bodies buried there, Gorister. Not yet, anyway. Take your garbage.
Bitter stuff, but I feel stronger. This fluid should revive you, honey. Glynis, all these years, and I who was responsible for your suffering. Let me help you now. She's gone. At least I finally made amends with her. I'm taking her. Talk to you later. I don't understand your riddle about another organ.
Ah, but Edna does. Most like her.
I read Edna's logbook.
You must make amends and bury the past.
I've got nothing more to say to you. A shovel.
Be careful where you use that, Gorister. I like to know where all the bodies are.
I don't know what to do with these.
Oh, damn it.
Made amends and buried the past.
An excellent job, Gorister. But the thunderstorm is upon us. You'd better charge your old ticker's battery.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
Using an organ, huh?
I don't know what to do with this.
Come on. Oh, it's super sensitive.
I'll be damned. The engine's starting up again. Everything's coated with grime. So how do I get out of here? A switch. The label's emergency inflation system.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's the ignition switch.
Yeah.
We're taking off.
You're made of sterner stuff than I calculated, Gorister. Interesting. Interesting. Here's a attempt to resolve this miscalculation. Who among you shall...
No. We stop there. Just save on the first slot. Now, you have been watching I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, based on the short story by Harlan Ellison. I've got this game through GOG, but it is also available through Steam. Shouldn't be anything any more than... so far it's been pretty cool. Although, trying to solve some of these puzzles, I don't know how you would normally do it. I mean, it would take quite a bit of trial and error to get all the way through it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.